Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings and no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever time playing Slay the Princess. Let's just get into this. I don't know anything about this game beyond what you guys have said, which is only you should play Slay the Princess. Let's check it out. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, there's a narrator, which, like, the voice is really nice, actually.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think I'm moving this with the controller. Oh my god, I am! What's this, auto? Yeah, let's go for auto. You can actually move it with the controller, that's crazy. Oh, there's the choices! The end of the world, what are you talking about? Having said that, maybe she's the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget this, I'm not doing this. Having considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending, do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Let's talk about... Killing a princess seems kind of bad, right?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
No, never.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress.
I mean...
Seamstresses contribute something
Okay,
of value to society.
Yeah, he's right that they do contribute more to society. Factually so. But still, like, it's like we're still killing someone. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered... Okay, yeah, let's... Yeah.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees.
The voice is fantastic for this.
Perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all
counting on you. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe she's already... Let's ask this question.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Oh my god, the voice is so good.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
The hand-drawn illustrated style is fantastic too.
Even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
What do you mean?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
This is so interesting because it's like... Can't someone else do this? Like, it's like, how much can we trust this narrator in general? Yeah, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her. If she's bad, then I'll do it. And if she's bad, as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be.
This is such an interesting concept. It's so interesting to me.
Each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
I'm gonna turn off auto.
You'll find the princess.
So pretty, isn't it? It's such a pretty drawing style.
We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess.
The hero's talking too.
Save princesses, not slay them.
And we're considered a hero. This is so interesting.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know, man. Proceeding to the cabin. This is kind of scary. This is kind of scary.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
His voice is so nice that, like, it almost makes it like, you know, like, it's like what I have to do, you know? It's like the story is already told. I can't get over how good the illustrations are with this.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
To stab her? I mean, just in case, right?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
This is such an interesting concept, the idea that if we don't kill this princess, the world is gonna end. Enter the basement. Oh my god, this is kind of scary.
The door to the
Look at
basement
this angle.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably
There's a
doing
lot
her a
convincing
favor.
that the narrator's trying to do as well. He's even trying to say like, hey, you're gonna be doing her a favor at this stage too. But like again, I don't know what we're supposed to trust here.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
No.
Who's there?
Oh. Me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge.
Yeah, like
down
we
here.
came into someone's home or something and she was ready for us.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger.
Oh, God.
It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh, she's very confident. She's very confident.
You walk down the stairs.
Beautiful illustration of
and
the
lock
princess.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Such an interesting concept. But even like again, I'm just gobsmacked by how cool the illustrations look.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Oh god, yeah, we're falling for her.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I apparently so. What? No way. What would you make you think of that? Okay, yeah, you come in here to slay you. No, I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Can we talk? Can I talk with the knife in my hand?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things
God,
out.
this is making me so nervous.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't even know what to think. This is amazing. Like the tension that's already filled in this room is like I can feel it. Drop it or tie. I think we should keep it, right?
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip
Oh, but
on
look,
the
she does
blade.
look. I do feel so bad.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
She's not hiding anything.
You step forward, your grip on the blade.
I just wanna
tightening
talk,
as you steel your
but I
resolve.
think it's smart to also have the blade in hand.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
The voice acting is really great. The music is also fantastic.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Wait,
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I think I want to talk to her though. Explorer, what if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills Explorer? Are you sure she's not armed? Explorer, I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm dropping the blade. Drop the blade to slay the princess. I want to talk to her first because I want to learn more about this on my first run. Can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far.
My god, this is so
No,
nervous. I'm
this
so
is a
nervous.
good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh god. I don't even know.
Threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
That seems like such a bad decision here. I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. I don't think we should drop the knife. She's clearly like there's something. But do we want okay, I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
No! Talk to me, please! Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade, drop the blade. Fine, I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
No! Please, talk to me!
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
I want to see who she is. Because if she's like only slightly evil and she's not gonna end the world, and she just goes
Or
about her
drop
business,
the blade. Do something.
I want to know about or drop the blade. Okay.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I need to know how evil this girl is.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I need to understand.
Against your better judgment,
Great drawing.
you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine.
I don't know about that. I do not know about
I
that.
don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
This is crazy.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You're very funny. You're very, very funny. Yeah, it is pretty awkward. A relationship, are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
What do you mean?
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
With how calm you're acting with being locked up, maybe? Maybe a little bit?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reason for keeping that. No, and if I'm honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to them. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Maybe the reason she's so calm. No, I know what there's probably like. Yeah, there's definitely a thing where like she's definitely more than we think, right? But there is also a thing she's been down here for so long.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Great, absolutely fantastic.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
Sure.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Do you hear that, narrator? It's about trust.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Yeah. He said time is of the essence.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to
No,
you
it was a
either.
bit weird.
Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Okay, then please tell me that.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation
Nothing.
like this?
Absolutely nothing. But also, I don't know the narrator either. That's my problem.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
What's your word worth?
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending
She's making
the
some good
world?
points, narrator.
Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's making some good points.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Oh, she's subjugating? I thought she was a princess that's a princess. She's subjugating. We might have a different question here. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? What's your name? How long have you been down here? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay. Are you subjugating?
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
It seems that way, narrator. How would I get you out of here, if
You
I would?
can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Narrator, she's spitting facts, you know? By the way, I know for a fact that this girl there's something to her, obviously, right? There's something to her. But I just want to find out, like, the truth of the situation as well in this conversation, you know?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. right? She is. I'm sure.
Wait, I thought you were just going to break open the shackles. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That's very long, narrator. That's very long. Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I don't know.
You know why you're here.
This is so rough. Slay the princess, I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked away here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. But that's awful as well. All these, I don't know what to do. You know what? It's multiple choices. Let's get her out of here, and then we can figure out what to do afterwards, okay? I know this is a crazy choice for the first time through, right? Because I think it is multiple. Because they said in the start, like, there's multiple endings, right? There's multiple, like, that's what they said. There's like premature endings and stuff, I guess. So I'm guessing we're gonna get to do multiple choices over and over again. So my first time through with this, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but like, I'm getting you out of here, and then try to get her out and see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
Narrator, okay? I want to see what happens.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Oh god.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Sure.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Good point. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can move
So she
around.
meant cutting her arm off.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way
That's the
out.
thing.
Anything to finally be
Like,
free.
I know for a fact, guys, I'm just saying this right. I know for a fact that she's not right. Right? I know for a fact she's not right. But also at the same time, I don't know what the narrator's position is, so I think like maybe like seeing what would happen if we bring her out at first might be a good idea.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Attempt?
But the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into
No.
place. Is someone else here?
Try the door?
Your shouts and pleas are met
No,
with
someone locked us in
silence.
here.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the
Stop.
task is done.
Stop.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Someone locked us in with her?
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the
This
task
is nuts. Like, it's narratively so good as well. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You
Princess.
make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Sure.
Easier for whom?
That's the thing.
Easier for everyone.
I need to know the truth of this. I want to know the truth behind all
I
this.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm here forever now.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out.
I
of
can't
here.
do that.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I can't do that. Save the princess, slay the princess. Oh my god. I know for a fact that she's not right? But I don't know if she's actually going to end the world. You know what I mean? Oh my god, what a choice. Because either way, we're doing something gruesome. Let's save her for the first run. Oh
Against
no!
your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding
How can she
chain.
be okay with this?
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp,
Ah!
and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
That's terrifying.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your
I
eye.
saved you. Okay, don't do anything to me.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered.
I know.
Thank you. Now let's get out
Let's
of here.
get out of here. Let's go. Approach the locked door. Oh my
Look,
god, what have I
you won't
done?
have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
I did something bad.
I just can't let her escape into the
I wanted to
world.
know the truth. I wanted to find out what happens.
As the princess approaches
What's
the
that?
bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Are you serious? What are we?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
What's our hand?
Watch me.
He's forcing us to warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
No.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I know, but I need to know the truth. I need to understand the truth.
The blade. Move the blade.
I need to find out the truth. I need
You're doing
to.
your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I don't trust anyone in this, but I need to know what the truth
I'll
is.
make this quick.
Huh?
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Okay.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
What?
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh my god.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground,
Oh,
blood
no.
flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
No, it wasn't. This game is incredible. Chapter 2, The Prisoner? Chapter 2?
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. She kills it, so we know she's like, I knew she was wrong, right? I knew there was something wrong about her, but I didn't know she was gonna end the world. I needed to know what was gonna happen, and you know the truth behind all of this. I really did. Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it.
Oh god,
We've just met
it's a
for
loop.
the first time, you and I.
No, it's not.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to.
Okay, I'm up for trying to get the princess out again.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep
We could try and
him that
prevent
way.
it from.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets.
Shut up, narrator. Okay.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
I guarantee you, she probably is dangerous, but I need to know. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Sure.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Legitimately, right? She killed me in the end because she realized no matter what, I was always going to try to kill her because you took over my subconscious. I think that's what happened.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to
By the way,
put
we
it,
have a
I
third
guess.
voice here as well. I didn't say it because like I think things are going so crazily anyway, but like we have a third voice here now. It's a skeptic who's like skeptic of like maybe the narrator.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to
Yeah,
kill us.
she killed us because like we were under your control.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
The three of us.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean
Something
to
was
me?
mean to you?
Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional.
See, again, just to explain like my actions is because I think some people, I don't know what you guys would pick. Tell me what you would have picked first of all. For me, the reason why I'm kind of like, I don't want to, I wanted to save the princess wasn't because I believe she's right or she's like not some evil force. It's because I believe that like I don't trust the narrator either. I really don't. So I wanted to make sure that I could like find out the truth of all this. But also in this situation, what I think is so good about this game so far is it's made me question myself more than I think many other choice-based games. I've been sitting here looking at this beautiful art, wondering if I'm doing the right thing over and over again in every single choice.
Sure you are.
Get him, skeptic.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
That sounds like me.
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, but do we know what happened after that, I guess?
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, What do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you?
So he's saying that we have no way of knowing what happened after this, but that's what I would like to know, you know? But again, I don't know if I can trust the narrator at all. So if he told me what happened, then how am I supposed to know that's the truth?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
That's the thing as well, we don't know. I don't know.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here.
4 of us.
And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles.
I love the addition of the skeptic. Adds a whole other layer to it already, a layer of doubt that we already had in our heads, but it's almost like speaking to stuff that we want to think about as well, right?
No, I'm talking in facts.
Explore, let's talk about the princess then.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was able to kill me last time is because I let her. All she did was slit my throat. How was she supposed to end the world? Yeah.
She just can. Believe me,
See,
I
that's
wish
what's
I could
tough,
tell you
though.
more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
The problem is, narrator, is that you're giving me this thing, right? And again, like I said, there's no doubt in my mind that this princess is a monster. There's no doubt in my mind this princess is a monster. But that's not the point. It's the levels of monster. It's the levels of what they're gonna do. Are they actually gonna end the world? Are they just like someone who like did something bad? Or we don't know. And I want to know the truth from both sides. I'm getting from the princess this like sarcasm and wit that like masks almost every single truth that she has on her side. But on the other side, I'm getting it from you, which is like just vague instructions that the world's gonna end just because she can. And it's really difficult from both sides because I don't know exactly, what way I should go with this.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof.
That's
You
true.
do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for?
Tell me what happened when she left the cabin.
Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets. You put your hands in your
What?
pockets
We're like
and pull out an envelope
beast.
with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting.
No.
It reads,
No.
"The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
That's very weird evidence.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yes, I agree. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that
People.
basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate
See,
things.
in saying don't overcomplicate things, I'm complicating stuff in my mind. Why couldn't they slay her? Yes, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things
That doesn't help. It does not help at all.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Yeah, but like, I don't care about being special, really.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Jesus Christ. What aren't you... We know he's not... That's all. No, we know he's not telling us
Now,
stuff.
if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Sure. Turn around and leave? No, we'll proceed to the cabin. Turn around and leave is a good option,
A
though.
warning before you go any further.
What's the word of warning?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will
I assume
do
so.
everything in her power to stop you from slaying
Yes.
her. Don't believe a word
And
she
I believe
says.
him in this sense. She was trying to manipulate us as well, right? But I think even the stuff she was saying wasn't even manipulation in some ways. A lot of stuff she was saying was just like trying to be like, no, I suppose it's manipulation in a way with the way she was acting, because she was like trying to be like so like confident.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
So we have to
Wait.
block the door somehow.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Yeah, wink. I mean, the
Just
skeptic.
ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
This clown's my buddy. This clown's my guy.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
What?
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone
What?
walls, and thick, wrought iron bars
It's
barricade
changed.
the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
So now they're trying to make it seem like more of a prison this time.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explorer, you didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall, yeah.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you?
What is
Because
happening?
It should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table.
No.
Sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in
There's
there.
clearly a mirror there, Mr. Narrator.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Break the mirror. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
But
This really isn't funny.
it's weird, yeah, why he's lying about the mirror. Wipe the mirror clean?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Wait,
I hope you know how ridiculous
It's
you
gone?
look now.
the
But it
music's
was there a
fantastic.
second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be back.
See, again, I like the skeptic. I think as well is put here as a character. I think to make him trust out the skeptic as well, to make this seem the skeptic's on our side. But I don't think I can trust anyone. Explore this whole cabin. It's different than last time. Yes,
Very different.
it's so different.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died.
Stop.
But you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
A lot of this is just manipulating our main character, isn't it?
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Explore and take the blade. Should we just enter the basement without the blade this time?
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan for that.
It's super interesting to me that they changed this into a stone dungeon now, and I wonder if it is trying to convince us as the player and our character, the hero, that it's a lot more dangerous. Like if you go into a dungeon and you find someone in a dungeon, like a stone dungeon, generally you're probably going to like feel like that person is a lot more dangerous. But if you find them in a cabin, it makes it feel like they're trapped like against their will by someone who owns the cabin. You know, it seems a lot more dangerous seeing the stone walls.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world-ending monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Thanks. I mean it.
Thanks, Skeptic. Let's go. Should we not break the door off the hinges before we go in?
The door
Look,
to
it's
the
different here as
basement
well.
cracks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate
I can't
your
get over how good the
path,
music is.
dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a
Said
favor.
that before again. Yeah, no, this is totally trying to make us feel like she's more dangerous, right?
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Heck yeah.
Does she remember us?
Probably not.
You
Wait,
walk
she's
down
more
the
changed this
stairs and
time.
lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Now we would have to chop off both her arms and her head if we want her to get out of here. But there's also a chain there that's like empty as well. Like, again, all of this makes her seem more dangerous, right? You come into this cabin before and it made her seem like she was just a poor princess trapped. And then now if you come down here, any stranger that came down here and found this to be like, why is she locked up like this in this dungeon that's clearly made to keep someone in here, right? All this I feel like is to manipulate us.
So much for cutting her out.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Well, the knife was on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yes.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Jesus, look at that.
Princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled
She didn't stop us last time.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted
Fair enough,
this out.
fair enough. Negotiations.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
I think it makes sense. Sit where you're told to sit. Let's just listen to her for now.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Why, my intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before, am I the only one who remembers this? What happened after I died last time? That other chain was on the wall, who's it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye. No. Slay the princess. I guess we could say, what happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill
Wait,
you
for real?
in.
So she remembers?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again.
Wait.
More of them.
So she's saying it's not only a loop. She's saying it's not a loop for her. She got trapped here again. So she's in on this, as she says, the game. She's in on this. Not in on it as she's like working with the narrator, but she also maybe has similar perceptions of the world that the narrator has, maybe?
And now you're back.
Because she remembers us.
Is that really all she knows?
I'm not sure.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark.
We're being very
than we are.
sympathetic towards this, who I know is very
You're
clearly a
looking at me
monster
like
of some
I might
kind.
be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Yeah?
It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Right?
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
But so now he believes that there is a second shot at things.
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse,
So
Good luck.
he's accepting that there is that we did die, and this time there's a contingency in place to make it harder for us to do what we did before, or maybe even harder to kill as well.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back
Exactly.
in the
Yeah.
woods?
That did happen. Yes.
Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
So he's saying he wanted to see if he could fix things right away.
That's pathetic.
The skeptic and the narrator fighting with each other adds such an interesting layer to this. I actually enjoy it quite a bit.
I never said I wasn't.
get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by
That's
messing
what
it up.
the narrator is kind of trying to
All
sell
right.
here, isn't it?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Okay.
I won't.
Yeah. When I say okay with it, I'm not like, okay, I accept it. I'm just like trying to listen in on the stuff here. So again, it's almost like we're like in even of consequence right now. The skeptic and the narrator are fighting with each other.
Give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be.
Can I just be
daydreaming.
honest with you as well, guys? Like, the more I'm sitting down here and like the way she talks, the way she presents herself, like the hair, all this stuff, like she's so cool as well, you know? So I'm starting to be like, okay, let's just save her because she's cool. You were asking about my intentions here. What do you mean by that? That our chain, who's it for? Do
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
you want me to stay here forever with you?
Maybe it'll fit.
The drawing is
I
so good
hope
as well.
I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Well, yeah, I think that'd be a bad idea. You were asking me about my intentions there. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see
There's
any
no
keys in your
keyhole.
hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Another. So yeah, confirming all of this, right? That she
Is
does
she
remember.
forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
If she is a monster, then yes, she probably could. But I think it's just so interesting that like the way, look at the different takes on this. Like again, they're trying to. It is such a good game with the narrative and the choices that we're making, because you have a skeptic who is like there to be the one that's like, hey, why is this happening? Why would that happen? Why are they saying this? Why is that? So asking like a bunch of questions that you wouldn't even think to ask yourself, maybe, or you want to ask, but like are deep down that you didn't think to ask. Then on the other side of things, you have the narrator, who is someone who you should like, not you should trust, but someone who like would be great to trust, but they lied to us. They already lied to us this chapter already. And then you have the princess, who like has, again, it's one of those things where it's like if you tell 10 lies, if you say 10 truths and then tell one lie, people tend to believe the lie because you told 10 truths before. And there is a thing where it's like this princess has now told the truth a few times in this section, where she's like, oh yeah, I remember this, but she also told a lie, and could have told a lie there as well. I don't know if it's true or not, the idea that she was brought here again. So it makes it sound more true to any person, right? When the princess says, oh yeah, I remember that, you did die before, and then I was locked back up. Because you know one of those things is true, and she's the first person to acknowledge that, the crazy feelings in your head will subside a little bit, and you'll be like, oh, this is the person I may have to trust, but I'm not going to be thinking like that. I'm thinking, I just want to find out the truth, but also I don't trust the narrator at all. Sorry if that was like a big tangent, but that's just how I'm feeling about this right now.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
That's the thing, I think she probably could.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Either of our best interests? How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in the shackles too?
No.
Interesting she says, by the
no.
way, either of our best
Like
interests.
I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Oh, sure.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
That's this whole game. People just knowing stuff that we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
That makes sense. That also does kind of make sense.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you.
I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Okay, that's a big one.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Okay. Pros. Princess monster best friend. Right? Princess evil princess best friend.
The pros are that we can't trust him.
I agree.
Possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
The skeptic is also like, it's weird because again, it's skeptic. It's not rational. It's not this. It's a skeptic here in this sense is trying to sow. It's actually making the doubts that we have even worse because they're skeptical of everything. So like we don't have anyone that's reassuring us. The skeptic's not here to reassure us. It was to make us feel better at the start, and it felt that way. But now we're here and it's like, oh, giving us 3 options. Yeah, that's 3 options that we were thinking about. It's going to rack our brain a bit. I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have much of a reason to trust you as you have to trust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten. You've killed me with it last time. I can cut you out of here, but I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on her own. If you think I'm going to leave you here, actually, you're just not much of a threat. I think I'm, like, if we want to try and, like, we're aiming to try and get her out of here, right? As to see what happens. I think that giving her the weapon is definitely the best thing we can do. Or we could ask first. We could be like, here, look. I want to talk to you about something. The distrust.
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me.
And I believe that 100%.
I'm extremely patient.
I believe it 100%.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Yes. I believe her. Okay, let's give her the knife and see what she does. Because everything else is like, I'm not cutting her out on my own because that sounds like I would make a mess. You know? Let's give her the knife.
Slide it over.
Take the knife.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over
Narrator.
to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Narrator.
You tried this last time. Do you want to
Now
know
the skeptic
how it
is
went
questioning
for
us as
you?
well.
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, already tried to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it
I couldn't know.
ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little.
I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide
I'm
the
not-
blade across
I'm
the
not going to
floor.
cut her out of it myself because I'm worried that whatever power she might have or monstrous things she might be able to do, I would mess that up.
The princess maintains
She's so
unsettling
cool,
eye
though.
contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
No problem.
She pulls up
Ah!
her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the
No!
blade to her throat.
She's going to do it.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word
Ah!
as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
No. Look away.
You close your eyes.
Yeah, I
That
can't.
doesn't stop you from hearing
Oh!
every detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching
Stop
of
it!
severed veins, the grinding
No!
of metal against bone.
I'll be damned.
She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Wait, she died?
So that's her play.
Killing herself?
What?
We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking
Oh my
those
god, you're
sounds.
right. That's even scarier.
And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear.
This is a crazy
Hard to
game.
fake that.
This is worse than watching.
And yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your
Oh my
eyes
god, oh
now.
my god. What the
Oh
frick?
no, oh no, oh no. What did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
No.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead.
Congratulations. You saved the
I
world.
thought she was gonna have some superpower.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we
just get out of here now, please.
I thought she was gonna have some superpower where she'd like reattach her head or
Of
something.
course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to
It doesn't
your
feel like, what the
reward.
hell?
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
Wait, yeah, why are we rushing?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread.
Yeah,
I need to know
exactly.
why.
I thought she'd have some superpower.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your...
No, I want to know. I'm with the skeptic this time. Take the princess with you? Jesus Christ.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing
What the
bodily
hell is this
fluids.
game?
Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn
She moved?
She didn't. She's...
No.
But what if she's not? Are you listening?
Is
to
she
yourself?
blinking?
Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Yeah?
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
What?
Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Well played?
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time
Oh
to
my God, we
explain
ended the
myself before I
world?
had to watch it happen. It's already over,
The narrator's
Is
just
he gone?
gone.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was
It's
just the
so
end
weird
of
we can carry the
his.
head around.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust
No
you.
problem. No problem.
So, this is the outside. Maybe
Oh
it's
my
just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
This is... We have a severed head of a princess. And she's talking to us. Oh my God, what? But you don't get the chance to respond. Someone has taken her away and has left something in her place. The mirror.
She's gone.
Where did she go? Should we try
Where
and
did
find...
she go? Should we try and find her?
Oh God.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Explore. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at that mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
What does this mean? What does this mean? Should we check out the mirror? The narrator's gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed
That's
to
the thing. Like, this just seems like it's all encompassing. Like, almost like it's like strands of hair that are covering us. I know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful
Yeah, so they're feeling a fear off this mirror. The mirror itself is giving us fear, and that's maybe the reason why the narrator hit it. Let's approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't.
It's all we can do.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Fine.
Yeah? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh my God, it's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Is that her? You are at the cabin? Approach her. Jesus!
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile
Here's the thing,
vessel.
right? This is horrific to look at, but visually, artistically, and like it's such an impressive design choice, you know what I mean? It's like gruesome and it's hard to look at, but you're like they made a choice here. The covering of the eyes, the holding of the head, the constant arms that are flying out behind her. What are you?
I am solitary.
And they're lifting up her
lights in
hand
an
to-
empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights in an empty city? Are you saying like you're peace? The music's so beautiful. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Yeah? So we were much bigger, but we've been like brought down to being smaller? The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
The body. So it's not the princess herself, it's the what's possessing the body?
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
My mind is blown. The music's so gorgeous. So whatever is there that is taking over her body as a vessel. Oh God, is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are
Good
talking?
point. Good point. Let her out of there? Do you know the narrative? Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This
Haunting.
is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
So they were trapping this ethereal thing's vessel in that basement.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Like this person seems rather like it's almost like they have such a soft tone to them. It's hard not to like look at them and be like, are they what are they telling the truth? We're like, they have such a soft tone. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever
Yeah?
known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what's trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not
Okay,
have trapped you
okay.
here, and I too yearn to be free.
So you didn't send us to kill the princess. It would make sense if you needed the vessel, but are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Like again, this is so gruesome, but now like it's becoming more and more sad, right? Because I thought that it was like the princess who was like that is this being, but it's actually like a possessed body. Do you know about the other world? The worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
For real? What happens now?
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant
So we're meant to
reach
escape?
them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be
This
able
is becoming
to.
quite sad because now I'm just looking at like this princess like she's dead. She's dead. I thought it was like the princess's soul.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I need to find? And what if I don't let... Wait, how...
More than you have found, but less than there are
This
to
is
find.
making me sad now.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid
What is
to
dead
die.
may never die. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are
Oh
now.
my god!
Unfinished, dry, hollow.
This was like a really interesting, like quirky game that like now it's like it's haunting already. Like I feel like I'm gonna this image is gonna stick with me for forever. I was sent here to slay the Prince to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back. Or make me forget. So I'm guessing this is another run, and this is us like probably getting killed or something. Maybe? Make me forget? I'm not sure what these choices are. I'm not going back and make me forget. I'm not going back seems like that we're trapped here forever, right? And do we want that? Okay, make me forget sounds like we're going to be doing her tasks for her. I feel so bad for the princess. I know like the princess is probably bad too, right? There's definitely something there. But like all I'm thinking of is like this like at first I thought like, oh my god, this is like the true like like this is their true form. But it's actually like some other entity taking hold. I think we'll say make me... I'm not going back. Wait. Okay, make me forget. Which one?
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Yes?
You won't.
Not! No! And it starts from the start again?
You're on a path in the
No. History. Oh my freaking god. I thought that we'd get like a chapter 3 out of that, but it seems like that's not the case. If you guys want me to play more of this and do the other choices, I definitely think I will play some more of this. But I wonder, you guys let me know, should I do that choice again, but then just do that choice differently? Because I think I misunderstood it a bit. So maybe we could do all those actions we did before, but then do those choices again. I'm not going to like play through it now to get the other choice just in case there is stuff different. You can let me know if there's stuff different with this choice. I think it's probably going to be the same. If not, let me know and I can totally start off the next video with the other choice just by doing exactly what I did again. I'll do the exact same things I did before and we will get that other choice. Because again, I just don't think I really understood it at the end what was happening. But it's a pretty interesting game. It's so interesting. It made me feel so terrible by the end because it feels like, oh, I was trying to save this princess in the end, but in the end, I made it probably worse for her. Like, it felt horrible in the end. And I feel like that's the intention. The game's trying to make you make these complicated decisions, make you feel bad, make you feel like terrible throughout most of them. The illustrations are beautiful. Some of the design choices are incredible. The princess looks fantastic. Like the whole idea of like adding in the skeptic, adding us as the fourth person in the conversation, I believe as well. All of this was so cool. But I'm going to say to you guys now, again, let me know if you want me to play. I think I will play some other choices, but let me know if you want me to start the next video with that choice again. And we'll go from there. I can just play through all the thing and get to that point again instead of just doing something different first. Because we might do something different again. And this might be a game we'll play until the end of Halloween week, maybe. I mean, Night Before Christmas week. But thank you so much to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Johnny Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yule, Radish Anusta, Malcolm Hyundai, Jeff Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin Alpaca Juice, Yopsy, Xander Whatever, and True Peanut Butter. New patron at that. Well, not new patron, they've been patron for a while, but now they're at the highest tier. And I thank you so much for that. I'm going to see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.